In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons why you guys should buy Ali Abdaal's $1,000 YouTube course today. Ali Abdaal launched his Part-Time YouTuber Academy course for people who are aspiring to become YouTubers, which in my opinion, everybody should. The course covers the ABCs of getting started on YouTube today, but surprisingly, it does not overpromise and say that you're going to have millions of subscribers at the end of this course, which, to be fair, seems very different from all the other courses out there. I bought it for $1,000 3 months ago and I've been studying it day and night ever since. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to decide for yourself if you are ready to change your life in an awesome way, just like what I did. So the first reason why is because it's for part-time YouTubers. I think all of us out there, we can't say the same for everybody, but someone like me, I have a full-time job. I want to do YouTube part-time as well. For now, I just want to get it started and I want to see where it leads me to. And I think a lot of people are in this place as well. I think that if you're really very interested in YouTube, it's possible for you to quit your job and go into it full-time. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can be potentially a very risky thing to really just jump into it and don't know anything about it and then you just jump head in and want to start it up by yourself. It can be really quite challenging because it's a very competitive space. A lot of people are on YouTube trying to vie for your attention. They're trying to fight for your attention, your eyeballs and attention and everything like that. And it can be difficult to stand out from the crowd and even get yourself monetized, because just because people are watching your videos, it doesn't mean that you're going to get money from it. You need to hit a certain criteria in order to be able to earn some profit from it. I think this is perfect for people who, you want to have fun, but you might potentially want to turn this into a side hustle or business. That's basically what I'm doing right now. But you also don't have all the time in the world to really just do this full-time, and you want to fully utilize the time that you have. And I think this really caters to this group of people where you want to do it part-time. Even if people who are already full-time in YouTube, you want to level up your YouTube game, I think it's still a very decent course for you, but potentially he's marketing it to people who want to do it part-time just like me. And I don't want to say we fell into the trap, but in a sense, this is the people that he's gunning for, and the people who most likely want to, let's say, leave their jobs or have more flexibility or even have some extra income every single month, just talking about the things that you love, documenting your journey, talking about what you're going through. That's also pretty nice as well, just putting all these things on social media. But hopefully one day things can come out of it as well. For me personally, I've been doing YouTube for about 5 to 6 months, and what I do, my system right now is I release 1 video a week. I have 1 long form video and 4 shorts a week. I have a full-time job, so after going through the course, I have found myself a very good system where I'm able to dedicate about 4 to 5 hours a week in order to do YouTube part-time in this sense. For a general breakdown of my system is that I spend about 2 hours on Mondays to do my scripting and to also do my filming, which is what you guys are seeing right now. Throughout the week as well, what's happening is I will send my video to my editor and they will produce a couple of shorts and 1 long form video, and what's going to happen is I will review it, ask them for any modifications, and then I'll kind of post it on Friday, which is that 1 long form video a week. Depending on how the rest of the week goes as well, I will also use the rest of the week to sometimes brainstorm my ideas. So those are some of the things I will be doing as well. I will brainstorm my ideas, I will do my scripting, I will do my idea generation, I will do my market research for the ideas, and that takes me around the entire process about 4 to 5 hours every single week. But I'm able to consistently churn out this 1 long form video and a couple of shorts every single week, and that's thanks to the system that I've put in place as well. Of course, it costs money as well because I'm outsourcing certain things that I don't want to do myself, but because it also increases my productivity and helps me keep consistent, I'm able to do that as well, which is pretty nice. So if you guys are interested to become part-time YouTubers, this is the best way to get started in my opinion, and this is something I think you should do as well. The second thing as well, I think that I really took away from the course was this thing called the infinite idea generation. So I think just going through this part itself, it has more than already paid off everything it is for the course for me in terms of the cost of the course in that sense. Yeah, like the whole $1,000 have already been paid off, because when I started YouTube, this was one of the things that I struggled with the most, which is coming up with ideas after idea after idea. It's like I just think about this week's idea and then I really rack my brains to really research and find an idea that people are interested in, what I am interested in, and what can potentially go viral. And this process can sometimes become very stressful, very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And to go through this same process every single week from the beginning without any system is terrible. So this infinite idea generation is something that is really very interesting. And let me just give you a little bit of a snapshot of what's going to be in the course in that sense. So these are the 11 proven approaches that he's saying, which is the how-to, lessons learned, mistakes, quotes, ways, tools, trends, stats, reasons, examples, and embarrassing moments. So I just read everything out, but these are the 11 proven approaches that is is put over there. So the way you want to do this is really just trying to see if you can really structure things based on how the video is like. The way you want to use this is it can basically generate endless ideas for you if you use this kind of structure in order to talk about certain topics. So I think let's go with a real life example over here. I will think of something on the spot for you guys to really see if you can kind of get the gist of it. One of the videos that's doing very well is how much money I earned doing my G-Shock side hustle. So if you use this framework, is you can also start off with how to start off your G-Shock side hustle. Lessons learned when I'm doing my G-Shock side hustle, or lessons learned in my G-Shock side hustle business. Mistakes that I made in my G-Shock side hustle business. Quotes maybe not so much. Ways to increase your G-Shock side hustle business profit. You know, ways to customize better G-Shocks. Ways to reduce the prices of your G-Shocks and become the most competitive, for example, like that. Trends not really, tools not really as well. Stats also a little bit boring, but reasons why you should start a G-Shock side hustle business. Reasons why you should start a side hustle. Reasons why you should start a side hustle today. Those are some things as well. Examples of other side hustles that you can start today as well. Embarrassing moments for me of starting a G-Shock side hustle. So you can just see, it was just one topic itself, G-Shock side hustle, but using this framework, you can come up with infinite kind of ideas. If you just think about it, I produce one video a week in that sense, so maybe 4 videos a month. All the things that I just said right now, assuming I'm really very interested in it, I am interested in it, but then assuming the things that I've just said, you can actually produce like maybe 6 months worth, or perhaps even 3 to 4 months worth of content in just one sort of topic with using this framework, which is insane, right? I don't have to sit down every single week and then just rack my brain on what doesn't work anymore. If you have posted enough videos on YouTube, you just have to find one video that is like going viral, or one video that is doing well on YouTube, and then you want to replicate that kind of effect on your channel in that sense, which is wanting to double down on it. And you just can use this framework in order to, I wouldn't say exploit, but expand a little bit more on that topic itself, because a lot of times we think that we are just repeating the same few things. You know, I just talk about my G-Shock side hustle, I just talk about how much money I make and all that kind of things, but important is to be able to expand from that topic itself and to be able to go into other areas, because that one topic itself will have so many faces of it that people are not able to see. But if you don't present it to them, if you don't know that they exist in the first place, then you should be able to, you know, use this framework in order to find out other ways and perspectives you're able to approach that same topic. Share something different, or maybe even share the same thing. It doesn't matter, because sometimes people just need to listen to things a few times, and you know, the moment you hear it for maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th time and it somehow clicks for you, then that is the time that's the most important for people. But repetition matters, because that first time that you say, you think that a lot of people have heard it, but actually nobody has heard it. You know, there's a lot more things that can really go into it as well, but I'm rambling on a little bit. So the next will also be the infinity stones of YouTube. So what I mean by that is that just like Thanos and his infinity gauntlet and the infinity stones, YouTube really consists of these 5 main things, which is idea generation, scripting, filming, editing, and post-production. So there's a lot of things that go on in YouTube itself. When you see a YouTube video come out like this, it's not just me, you know, sitting down here in front of my kind of camera and then I just talk like this. It doesn't happen that way. There are a lot of things that is happening, which is there are a lot of systems, so much like the one that I mentioned just now with the infinite idea generation system. This is also all the systems that Ali has really gone through himself, and he's trying to sort of pass it on to you. And just by using his systems, these are systems that he has tried and tested, and he's come up with all these systems in order for himself lah. So what he's doing right now is he's passing on to you, and you can use these systems and you don't have to go through that trial and error. You can just use these systems because this system has proven effective for him and his channel. So you can just, you know, don't reinvent the wheel and just go ahead with what he's doing until you get the hang of it. Then maybe you can develop a little bit of your own flavor and stuff like that. So he has systems for his titles, his thumbnails, idea generation, all these kind of things, and there's so many things that, you know, you really need in terms of YouTube. And for him to give you all these things, they are really very interesting. And I think 2 of the main things that most people that don't know how to do YouTube when they first get started is editing and knowing how to appear on the camera, which is very important. So editing, there's also an editing course that's within the course itself, so it teaches you the basics of editing as well. So by the time you finish it, you'll be able to do basic editing, no problems. Yeah, if you want to level up your game, you can always use YouTube videos, Skillshare classes, whatever it is to level up your game. The next one is also camera confidence course, which is how to appear and talk on camera like this. So it also takes a bit of practice in order to get comfortable in front of the camera. If you are just getting started, you are going to be very awkward with talking in front of the camera. I am still awkward in front of talking to the camera, and the most important thing sometimes is when you're talking in front of the camera is to really treat the camera like a part of your audience, or you're talking to a friend like that. You're really having a very casual conversation, and you know, you should just let the ideas flow, let the creativity flow, and just really speak to it or speak to him or her just like how you speak to a friend. And these are the courses inside that has the whole package where he's able to teach you all these things and really bring you through from the start to the end in that sense. Talking about infinity stones, it also brings me to the most important important infinity stone, which is the last YouTube infinity stone. So we all think that the most important thing in YouTube is the content, right? We always think about, oh, let me do the best idea, let me do the best content, let me find the best thing that I can really, try to produce to go viral in that sense. And I disagree in that sense, and this course really helped to open my eyes in a sense where it is not the content that's the most important. The most important is actually the title and the thumbnail. And why I say that is that if you really see interviews out there and you hear about Mr. Beast talking about it, he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. He spends about $500,000 to $1 million on thumbnails itself, just the thumbnails itself. Can you imagine? It's just like asking an artist to draw a picture and you pay him like $500,000 to $1 million, which is pretty insane when you think about it. But all in all, this is the things that's the most important, because the title and the thumbnail is the first thing that you will see on your YouTube homepage, or when you open up your YouTube on your phone itself. These are the most important things, and it doesn't matter how good your content is. If nobody wants to click on your title or your thumbnail, then all your effort is wasted, So it's really just like trying to create a very beautiful storefront, and once the beautiful storefront is there, then it entices people to go in and browse your items, right? You really notice when you go for shopping and stuff like that, when I go shopping with my girlfriend, they always put the cheapest, or rather the most attractive clothes on the outside, because that's where you lure their attention. Then the girls go in, they touch the clothes a little bit, oh wow, this is cute, this is nice. Then they continue to walk in to look at other clothes that you can potentially upsell them, which are a bit more expensive that's inside, right? But if everything on the outside is already so ugly, it's so unpolished, then nobody will ever click onto your videos or go into those shops like I mentioned to really buy anything or really check out whatever you're talking about. I agree, your content is still important, your idea is also important, but all these things are also later when you have mastered how you can bring people in and capture their attention in that sense. And in my opinion, the title, thumbnail and the hook is something that Ali really emphasizes quite a bit on. It is really the most important thing, and where I'm dedicating my time. When I was doing YouTube without his course, I was also focusing a lot more on the content. And what happened is I found that the content didn't really get a lot of traction. So if you've noticed on my channel itself, the last few videos that I've been doing have been really getting a lot more traction. So I mean, some videos still don't get a lot of traction, but I'm getting more videos that are getting more traction, like getting 1,000 views, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views and stuff like that. It's not easy to get views, but they're getting more traction because I'm focusing on the things that matter the most. Focusing on the titles, the thumbnails, and most importantly the hook as well, which is the first 30 seconds of people coming onto your video and really watching what you're talking about. And once you pass that 30 seconds, a lot of people actually drop off. So the more people that you can retain during the first 30 seconds, the longer people will watch your video, and the longer people will really engage with your video and really understand what's going on in the video itself, rather than first 2 seconds they're like, oh, what is this going on, everything is not nice, everything is bad, and then they just kind of click off. You want to prevent that in that sense. And last but not least, becoming a giant in the space. That is one of the most important things. I think this is missing a lot of courses, because Ali is basically teaching you how to scale this as well. Is that next time when YouTube becomes something you want to become bigger, that's also very important, because most courses stop at just teaching you how to do all these basic things and then that's it, good luck on your YouTube journey. But the YouTube journey is so much more, because he talks about hiring editors, building a team with freelancers, part-timers, full-timers and all that kind of thing. It really inspired me to hire my first few editors. Like this video that you're seeing right now, my editors are editing it, and because of them, that's why all the special effects and things are really, really beautiful and everything coming up like that. And if I didn't hire all these editors and everything like that, then I wouldn't be able to produce so consistently every single week, because it's because of their help, and I'm very thankful for it that they are able to help me with all these things. And building that team is really, really something I want to move forward to do when I expand my YouTube sort of journey as well. I hope to build a team of really, really like-minded people. We can have fun, we can play around, we can go and explore and do very exciting YouTube kind of ideas. And earning money, revenue, everything is nice, but my reason for doing YouTube is I want to start something nice, I want to start something fun, something exciting that I can wake up to do every single day, and something that I own in that sense, which is pretty nice, right? Most importantly, he also teaches you how to monetize it, basically on brand deals, how to really, release digital products and really find different ways of avenues to monetize your content. But all that also depends on how well you do in YouTube as well. So you have to master the first few things before becoming a giant in the space and being able to expand even further in that sense. So if you enjoyed this video on why you should buy Ali's course, then you probably enjoyed this video on how I reached my first 100 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye!